Now since I put a video on 407 training visa, I got a lot of DMs asking me to explain what is a 407 visa and how it works. So this is an elaborate video for 407 training visa which can be lodged offshore or onshore. That means you can lodge this visa from anywhere in the world or even if you are in Australia. Now what is this training visa? This is a 2-year visa which you get for a proper training. So most of the times it actually supports the graduates or people who have just done 1 or 2 years of experience and now want to go for some kind of training in Australia. Now there has to be a sponsor for this, and the sponsor has to be approved. Sponsor has to launch a nomination. The nomination has to be approved, and there are particular categories of occupations which come under this. Those occupation has to be relevant. The training structure has to be specific, and only then this 407 training visa is approved or granted. Now this visa used to get granted for people who are in Australia who are on say 485 or 482 visa and now going for another visa, and they would get a bridging visa until their 407 gets approved. So in this case, how is it going to affect the people who are on 485 or 482 visa and now planning to go for 407 training visa? So one, you will need to first make sure that your 485 or 482 or any tier visa is not getting expired in next 2 months time, because the timeline for 407 now will increase, because initially we used to submit 407 visa application, nomination and sponsorship approval all at a time. Now you will not be able to do all these 3 applications at a time. So you will have to first get the sponsored approved, then you have to get the nomination approved, and then you have to lodge your visa. So this is going to affect the people who are already in Australia on temporary resident visa and are planning to shift to 407 training visa. So they will have to make sure that that documentation is done well, and then they get the sponsor who is going to get the sponsor approval and nomination approval done, and then they can launch their 407 training visa. So once the 407 training visa is launched, then they get a bridging visa. So even if after the launching of 407 the TR visa expires, they still have the bridging visa with them if they are onshore. Now what if a person's TR visa is going to expire in next few days? Then there will be no other option but to come back to their own respective countries and then lodge a 407 from offshore. So you'll have to go through the same process. Now how was this useful? How was this misused? And why the government has now come up with these changes? So 407 was a visa which could be lodged along with the sponsorship approval and nomination approval. Now what happened is a lot of offshore agents have misused this for bulk visa launching and giving fake sponsorship letters. So Australian government or immigration authorities have definitely tried to curtail this entire process of fake training programs being promoted. And how does it affect the people who are in Australia? So clearly people who are in Australia, Australian government wants them to rethink or be very prompt on their visas. So make sure that you are lodging your 407 well in time or well in advance. So yeah, these are the few things which I would like to share about 407 training visa. In case you are looking out for any of the Australian visas or guidance or application help on any of the Australian visas, you can get in touch with us. We are available at the numbers given in the caption below or description below, and yeah, you can get in touch with us regarding Australia PR, Australia sponsored visa, or 485 or a student visa, or 407 training visa. Obviously you have to be very careful when you're getting it done through some agencies, because there are a lot of fake documentation, fake training programs, fake sponsors being promoted. So make sure you get all your papers right, check all your papers well, and make sure the sponsors are authentic, the offer letters are authentic, and make sure the training programs or the jobs which are getting offered are authentic. Yeah, so for any of these help, getting the documents authenticated, or getting guidance on any of the Australia visas, you can get in touch with us anytime. This is Rajvi here from TIC Visas. Thank you.